Red Indies. Shuffle, shuffle. Red Indies. Shuffle.
Shuffle Chat.
Joining us in today's episode is Anushka Jag. She's joining us from Mumbai. She's a singer-songwriter, and please help me welcome her. Hi, Anushka.
Hi, Nipa. Lovely to be here.
So tell us more about yourself, maybe your interests, hobbies, and what keeps you busy.
So I took up music professionally at a slightly later stage in my life. I was a journalist for quite a few years with print and with television. But music was always a very serious hobby, not just a pastime, but a very serious one. And I always gigged and performed. But then at some point, I stopped working full time as a journalist. I had my own business actually for a while, but then I stopped that as well and decided to just take music way more seriously. And that only happened much later in like 2016. I was always a singer, songwriter, musician, but I decided to devote all my time to it starting 2016. So that's what I'm currently busy with. But I also am a serious practitioner of yoga, and I've just finished a teacher's training course. So I'm going to be teaching yoga as well.
So you must have released quite a lot of materials since then. So maybe you could tell us about a few, and even if you have your favorite.
I've released 8 singles since 2000. So I started making the music in 2016. I only started releasing the music 2019.
Okay.
So now it's been 3 years. I've got 8 singles. I have taken breaks in between, and the pandemic came, and all plans went for a toss, as you know. But then when things eased up, I started releasing more. So my first single was Rebirth, which is very special to me because it's kind of a reawakening, a song about revival, just about a new life, starting a new life. Very symbolic. That's a great song. It's always very special for me, Rebirth. More recently, the most recent song I released is Crumbs, which is it's a mix of rock and a bit of hip hop, and it's got even Indian classical elements, and that's a more aggressive female song, if I may say. And it's about basically not wanting to be taken for granted, about not accepting breadcrumbs from anyone.
You have been performing quite a lot also before the pandemic. So would you like to tell us about maybe your best stage performance, stage experience maybe?
One of my favorite performances has been in Shillong itself. It was with a different kind of performance, not a pop rock performance, but it was with the Shillong Chamber Choir in their little, they had a little auditorium. This has been about 6 years ago now, 6 years ago. And I sang a couple of songs, one of my originals and one cover, Freddie Mercury, Queen cover, Love of My Life, with the choir backing me, and with Barnil playing the piano. And that memory I will cherish forever,
Would you like to sing maybe or tell about your favorite lines from Crumbs?
So it goes like this. I want it all or I want nothing. Don't need a halfway hero. I want somebody who's 100% dummy. You're just 2 zeros. You were out messing around the second I left town. It makes me sick.
Anushka, it's been so awesome speaking with you. So inspiring. I love your grace, the way you radiate, telling us about your stories and your music. So thank you so much for being a part of this show. It was awesome chatting with you.
Thanks, Nipa. Lovely to talk to you as well.
Anushka, before we go, if you have any messages for everybody listening to us, it would be great.
A message about just believing in yourself and valuing yourself. I think that is the most important thing in life. And there's in fact a quote by Swami Vivekananda, who I think he was a great philosopher. And he says that the greatest sin in life is to think of yourself as weak. So my message to women and everybody in general is just believe in yourself and everything can be possible, and never think of yourself as weak or inadequate.
93.5 Red FM.
It's rocking.